Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and we recently just got the news that Global Dokkan is going to be getting the STR Transforming Final Form Cooler on March 1st/2nd, right? So, first for people on the West Coast, and basically the second for pretty much everyone else in the world, right? It's pretty much how Global works, but that is when Transforming Cooler is going to come to Global Dokkan. Now, his celebration is slated to end on March 18th, which is Saiyan Day. That, of course, is one of the big celebrations that Dokkan usually, well, over the past couple of years, has been following, right? Last year, that celebration was a joint celebration for Global and JP Dokkan. So, considering Global's cooler celebration ends on the 18th, I would say it stands to reason that we are going to see a joint Global and JP celebration again. Now, I'm unsure on if JP is going to slide in another Dokkan Fest exclusive either. I mean, they could, because last year I believe they released Dokkan Fest Kid Goku on March 8th. I mean, we could quickly double check that because I do have Pure Saiyans up right here. Let me just quickly, because I mean, this, I remember last year, like, you know, January, February, March, April was just absolutely ludicrous on JP. I wonder if they'll do that again. Oh no, he released on March 5th. Okay. So that's interesting. The 5-year anniversary, by the way, does end on the 3rd of March. So it'll be interesting to see if we're going to go through this again. If they're going to drop some sort of Dokkan Fest exclusive 2 weeks before. I mean, again, it's going to be a super, super busy time, because then they probably do one at the start of April again, and then we know the end of April is Golden Week, another one of the monster celebrations. So it's just like a lot, right, in a short period of time, but we'll see. So we do have the V-Jump scan here in high quality. We already know what a lot of this stuff is going to be. We are going to get new free-to-play farmable units, similar to the Ginyu Force, free 100% units we can grind every day. Fasha, Tora, Borgos, and Shugesh. Then on top of that, we do also have a Bardock who awakens into a LR Bardock and Team Bardock sort of card right there. I believe it was stated that this unit is going to be obtained from missions, right? So that's going to be interesting to see. Now, the other thing, too, that we should point out is they sort of described it in a way where it seemed as though this might be coming out in the 5-year anniversary, right? This sort of extra Super Battle Road stages, or I believe Garesh said, you know, it means like Extreme Super Battle Road, but he translated it as Ultimate Super Battle Road because he didn't want it to be confused with, like, you know, just like a stage you would take on with all Extreme class units or something like that, right? So because this didn't come out during the 5-year anniversary, which again is weird because it mentions the 5-year anniversary there, I would say the chances are that this is going to come for Saiyan Day as well, and it might come for both Global and JP. I mean, that would make sense because Global got the last batch of Super Battle Road stages at the same time JP did. So because of that, I think that's very feasible that we could see this, you know, the new Super Battle Road stages come out on both versions at the same time. Currently, there's only one stage in Super Battle Road I have not no items, and that is the Ginyu Force stage, because I just don't think it's possible at this time. We need actual Ginyu Force units to come out, right? So this is interesting. Again, probably should be for both Global and JP. Real quick, like, this is good because it means it's going to be a monstrous buff for the low-class Saiyan category right away, which really needs it. We'll go over some other things that could potentially happen for the low-class warrior category because, you know, this is a good way for them to release hype characters, like, you know, Saiyan characters, but also buff one of the worst categories in the game, and that's something I really want Dokkan to do in 2020, is buff the horrible categories. Well, Namekian isn't really horrible anymore, but it's very limited, right? Namekian, World Tournament, low-class Saiyan, you know, Giant, things of that nature, I think really, really need to get buffed. And because we have all these, like, low-class Saiyans, you know, I feel like this is a good time. We might see a Dokkan Festival exclusive on that level as well. Alright, so for Saiyan Day, right? 3 years ago, we got Angel Super Saiyan 3 Goku as well as Masked Saiyan. Now, this guy is closing in on an EZA. And speaking of lower level categories that need to be buffed, the Otherworld Warrior, quite honestly, is one of those categories. It's just, again, incredibly limited. And I would like to see this buffed a lot. I mean, like an Angel Frieza that transforms into Angel Golden Frieza. Again, a buff for Angel Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Like a Super Saiyan Angel Goku, which there's not even a TUR of, you know. Then of course, like, you know, Angel Cell, Angel King Cold, like there's just a lot of stuff. Paikuhan, I think, could get a Dokkan Festival exclusive, maybe an exchange character into Gogeta or something like that. Like there's still a lot they could do. Potentially this guy could EZA during Saiyan Day, because I don't know, probably not. Because, you know, they still do have a couple of units to do before they move into the 120% leads. But, I mean, crazier things have happened. I mean, Global just released EZA Vegito Blue, and he's, you know, I mean, maybe the best TUR in the game. You know, it's insane. So, there will be crazier things than them EZing this guy right now. I mean, really, all they have to do is just give him defense 120%, and that's it. Then just with his SA-15 and his high stats, I mean, he would have almost 20,000 attack. That's literally, for real, all they have to do is just give him a defensive buff to match his attack buff, and he's fine. That's it. They need to do nothing else. What's his 12 key? Yeah, 140%. Still gets the extra damage per Rainbow Key Sphere, which, again, would be ludicrous with his SA-15 and then extra attack. And then, I mean, we'll see what they do with this. Maybe, probably like key 4 and 130% is what I would expect from that, which would be very good. Then last year, well, excuse me, this is 2 years ago, we got Int UI Goku. Now, I mean, I feel as though Mastered UI Goku here, or just, you know, Ultra Instinct Goku, potentially he could be an option for a Dokkan Festival exclusive for this year's Saiyan Day, but I feel like this is like a dual Dokkan Fest type character, right? Probably with Super Full Power Jiren, which I believe is his Dragon Ball Hero's name. There is also Evolution Blue Vegeta that they could pair him with, but I feel like Jiren and UI Goku is the match to make. I will tell y'all right now, outside of maybe like some Heroes cards like Super Saiyan 4 Vegito or something like that, or Blue Kaioken Vegito, like LR standalone UI Goku right here, that is my most desired card. I mean, we could potentially, I guess, see him maybe like Super Saiyan Blue Goku that maybe like transforms into Ultra Instinct Sign and then active skills into UI Goku or something like that. That's possible. Because remember, the Dokkan Fest exclusive was Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku. There is still no Blue Goku, just normal Blue Goku in the Universal Survival Saga, right? So I do expect we will see that at sooner rather than later, right? Well, I don't know, because they've been very hesitant to release Tournament of Power characters since Dragon Ball Super ended. I mean, you just look at it and it's just very uncommon, right? Like, Hit and Kefla basically came as part of one celebration on JP last year, and that's it. Right? Like, you know, because again, Bergamo, Blue Kaioken Goku, they're going to come together on JP probably in April is my guess. The start of April, but they don't really release Tournament of Power characters too often, so we'll see. Then last year was Transforming Vegeta. Again, keep in mind that, you know, he came out on both versions at the same time. This guy is pretty good. He's a very solid unit. He is a leader for what is probably the best category in the game. It's the largest category in the game, right? It's just absolutely insane how much is on there, right? So that leads us to what exactly are we going to get this year, right? And like, how are the buffs for these characters going to look and stuff like that. So if we look at Bardock has a Dokkan event for Super Saiyan 3, right? We got Super Saiyan 3 Bardock. By the way, it's ridiculously stupid that Dragon Ball Super Bardock has the same name as Dragon Ball Z Bardock. Again, it's just asinine. Same thing as, like, I mean, I guess Bardock is very similar, whereas, like, Broly is completely different. I guess you could say Bardock is similar, but remember, Dragon Ball Z Bardock is, like, a super mega asshole until he's about to die, and Dragon Ball Super Bardock is basically, like, you know, Superman's father, right? Like, Dragon Ball Minus turns Goku into Superman, basically, his backstory. So I don't know. I doubt we'll get a Dokkan Fest exclusive for just normal Bardock, even though he does deserve one. I mean, it would replace this LR. Now, this guy, he's not the best LR. He's probably on the lower end, but he is, you know, he is still an LR that gets attack and defense, so he's a very, very solid unit. But, like, he's probably the best unit on low-class warrior. I would say so. So, like, it would be very, very stupid to, like, okay, well, one of the worst categories in the game, low class warrior, we'll buff it by replacing its best unit. Like, I don't foresee that happening, right? So we move down. I think the possibility is very high that we will see the Great Apes get an EZA. Because, we have the normal versions of the Bardock characters are coming, right? So, like, look at this, right? Look at Bardock. What is this? Oh, this is LR Bardock. Okay. So, like, look at Bardock's crew, right? Now, we know that the free-to-play units are going to be their normal names, right? So, like, Borgos, Fasha, Tora, like, these are where we're going to get the free 100% units. But all they don't even have SSRs in the game. It's just these, like, rare cards that came out in, what, like, 2015? Yeah. Stupid. Back in 2015, that's all. And then they have the Great Ape versions, obviously. And we got the same thing, We got Borgos, we got Fasha, we got Shugesh, and we have Tora, all the same deal for them, right? So it would be, I think, very wise of them to do that. To give those Great Apes an EZA, because that would buff the giant category team. Another one of the category teams that, quite honestly, I think is a little bit limited and should be buffed. Great Ape Cumber was just released, who's good. Bergamo was just released, he's good as well. So, like, those are solid options for sure, right? In the future, Great Ape Vegeta is probably a big time candidate for a Dokkan Festival exclusive. I mean, Saiyan Saga stuff is obviously not as hype as later in the series, but it's still Goku and Vegeta, right? They can always sell Goku and Vegeta. So, Kaioken Goku and Great Ape Vegeta, I think a dual Dokkan Fest at some point probably is likely. Maybe 350 million download celebration. I mean, or then we could see like a Gogeta and Omega or something like that, right? Like, I don't know. But, Great Ape Vegeta eventually will get a Dokkan Fest exclusive. I think you could, like, hammer that one home for sure. Great Ape Kid Gohan, as utterly ridiculous as it is, doesn't have a playable card that you can get. I do not understand that. Because Great Ape Kid Gohan has a big impact. They could release two. They could release a Movie Hero version and a Saiyan Saga version. Honestly, Great Ape Kid Goku, I feel like they can release a Dokkan Fest exclusive for him. Great Ape or Kid Goku sold so well. Boom. I mean, Kid Goku, I believe, to me, seemed to be the fastest #1 JP Dokkan has ever received. It was instant. Like Top Grossing Awards came like 3 hours after the banner dropped. It was like insane. So I think they would be very, very willing to do a Dokkan Fest Kid Goku Great Ape at some point. I mean, Harudegarn could get like a Dokkan Fest exclusive. And again, just easying all of these guys would be really, really nice for this giant category. And of course, it's also a buff to the low class warrior category, which badly needs it. Again, this is right up there as one of the worst categories in the game. We already know we're going to get 5 new units to this, right? The LR Bardock, as well as all of the normal versions of like Shugesh and Fasha and all of them, which is good. Raditz eventually should get some sort of high-level card. One thing I hate about this category is how limited they are with Goku. I've told this many times how dumb it is to me that Kaioken Goku, right, fights Great Ape Vegeta, and the whole fight, I guess the one to pull up is this guy. The entire fight, Vegeta is just calling him low-class scum, low-class trash. You can never battle an elite like me, a super elite. I'm so elite. And despite that, they don't have Kaioken Goku on low class. It's dumb. And I don't know, maybe the justification is, oh, well, after Goku dies and he has a special training from King Kai, he's no longer a low class Saiyan. But, I mean, that doesn't even hold up either because this Goku is from Namek, on his way training to Namek, and he's on low class warrior. So, I don't really understand why Kaioken Goku is not on here. Honestly, all Kaioken Gokus from, like, the Saiyan Saga should be added to here for sure. Namek Saga, at that point, you don't want to call him low class, fine. But even on Namek, like, he's fighting like the Ginyu Force. The Ginyu Force are aware of Saiyans, and they're like, whoa, dog, what's up with this Saiyan that's like this strong? Like, I honestly, I feel like really the point where you could differentiate Goku as low class Saiyan is when he goes Super Saiyan. That's where they should cut it off. So like Namek transforming Super Saiyan Goku, right? He Well, I mean, honestly, I would love him to be on the damn category. That would be a nice buff to low class warrior, but this is where you could cut it off, right? Any Goku from this point on, not on low class, but everything before that should be on there. Like, they just limit this category for no reason, right? It's not like there's legitimately no reason. So, they really, really, really have to go out of their way to buff that category. I think it would be very wise and smart of them to do. Now, Bardock, Giant Ape, probably not going to be a Dokkan Fest exclusive character. I just don't see it. But again, he could get his EZA during Saiyan Day. I think that would be cool. Now, Super Saiyan Bardock, honestly, is pretty weak right now. I mean, the latest Super Saiyan Bardock we got, I think this guy awoke after Mass Saiyan came out. Because, let me see. No, he actually got his awakening just before. Yeah, okay. So, I mean, a bunch of the Bardocks, right? Like this Bardock, that Bardock, and then Super Saiyan Bardock Awakened and Super Saiyan 2. They all got their Dokkan Awakenings with Mass Saiyan during Saiyan Day, right? Like, again, they awaken. Here, let me go ahead and click him. They awaken from the Mass Saiyan Dokkan event right here. Which, again, I could foresee a new, like, Mass Saiyan come out. We'll get to that in 2 seconds here, right? But, like, Super Saiyan Bardock obviously should have, like, a super top-tier character. I think that's probably the most likely option, I would say, for Saiyan Day. Just considering all the other Bardock and low-class warrior characters around, it would make sense. Now, none of the Super Saiyan Bardocks are on low-class warrior, so keep that in mind. But again, they could very easily just have him be on low-class warrior, and they really should. And then, you know, again, if you have, like, this Bardock, so, like, let's take a look at the categories he's got, right? Revived Warrior, Pure Saiyan, Time Traveler, Goku Family, Super Saiyan. We just got a Revived Warrior leader in Vegeta, so probably not. And Broly was semi-recent, so I don't know. Because Vegeta just came out, probably not, although they did just do that with androids, where they gave us 50 android characters, right? So, Time Travelers I could see. Super Saiyan as well I could see. And then again, he could be a Super Saiyan Bardock that transforms into Super Saiyan 2. He could transform into Super Saiyan 3. I mean, he could be like, you know, Mass Saiyan, Super Saiyan 3, or Mass Saiyan and go into, like, Super Saiyan 3 or something like that. So, like, there's a lot of options for what the leader skill could be. If they don't decide to go with low-class warrior, he's probably going to be a double category lead. Now, they did just give us the LR Zamasu Goku, who's a lead for this team, but there isn't a 170% leader for this team yet. I mean, maybe they won't do that because of how stacked it is, right? It's one of the biggest categories in the game and one of the most versatile categories in the game as well. And Pure Saiyans, they did not give a 170% attack lead either yet, so maybe they won't do that for Time Traveler, but they could give it a 150% lead. Just another lead for these categories is not a bad idea. And, you know, Time Traveler / low-class warrior or something like that would work out well. Time Traveler / Super Saiyan would be interesting, right? Now, Super Saiyan, again, you know, we did just also get a leader for this team with this guy right here. Super Saiyan Goku, by the way, I mean, I would definitely think we'll get at some point like another Dokkan Fest Super Saiyan Goku or another standalone Goku. This guy is from the movie hero category, right? Because he's from the Android 13 movie. So, you know, we potentially could see, like, a super good Super Saiyan Goku from the Cell / Android saga. We could see a really good Super Saiyan Goku from the Planet Namek saga, because we only have the transforming one. And there's not a good Super Saiyan Goku from the Namek saga either, besides the transforming one. So, I do think that's something we probably will see happen. But probably not right now, because that Goku just came out, right? So, Super Saiyan Bardock, I would say, definitely super, 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 super high chance. You know, again, I don't think they'll replace Super Saiyan 3 Bardock. He's still really good. He's still a really good leader for the Super Saiyan 3 category team as well. Now, I suppose Mass Saiyan could also get an EZA right here. I think that would be awesome, because Mass Saiyan is such a, like, cool character, right? And I think buffing him would be nice. Now, again, he's not on low-class warriors or anything like that, and he's quite honestly on 3 category teams, Pure Saiyan, Time Traveler, and Goku Family, that just do not need buffs whatsoever. So, I'm not really, like, it's like, I would love to see this, but it's not like, oh, I need this, right? Because I much rather right now want to see some of the lower stuff buffed. But if it is some sort of, like, Super Saiyan Bardock, Mass Saiyan Bardock, you know, Super Saiyan 2 Bardock, one of these Bardocks, like, from outside Dragon Ball Z, more so from, like, the hero stuff and stuff like that, right? I think at that point, we potentially could see Toa and Mira return. Now, I fail to believe that these cards are just going to be permanently dead. So if you guys are not aware, This Tech Toa and this physical Mira, these are part of the Xenoverse collab, right? Like they actually have I think Toa has the Xenoverse link as well. Yeah, they both are on the Xenoverse collab like units, which I mean, this has ended up being a monstrous L because they never did a Xenoverse 2 collab banner, which makes zero sense considering Xenoverse 2 is a game they've supported for like 4 years. Like, I just don't understand, right? But I could see like a new Super Saiyan Bardock or something like that, and then like Toa and Mira get Dokkan Awakenings because they have been removed from banners. You cannot pull either version. I believe, don't quote me on this, but I believe the final banner that these two were on JP at least, was the LR Bojack banner. Because I believe I pulled Mira from the LR Bojack banner, but I actually do not have Tech Toa. And she has been removed from banners. Now, again, I mean, Peppy Gals could use the buff for sure. Time Travelers doesn't need it. Siblings Bond would be cool. Artificial Life Form buff is nice. Kamehameha is nice. Androids, I guess, would be cool because you could run them with Super Mira and Time Travelers. I mean, I would think moving forward, Mira will probably eventually get a Dokkan Festival exclusive. I mean, Dokkan, now that we're at 5 years, I'm sure there's only a few characters left that they haven't really added, like Garlic Jr. and Dr. Willow and stuff like that. So we probably are going to see them begin to move more into this Heroes stuff and potentially give us Heroes Dokkan Fest exclusives, which would be really good. Giving these two Awakenings and putting them back on banners, I think would be really good, right? And then here's just the 4 main categories I think we'll probably see impacted by Saiyan Day. Time Travelers, of course, because any version of Mass Saiyan, Super Saiyan Bardock, if they do anything with Toa and Mira, we could see them on there. Giant form, because I think the giant character's EZA is very, very likely. It would just make a ton of sense to do that. Low Cost Warrior, we already know is going to get a buff, and then Pure Saiyan, obviously. So, let me know what you guys think. Again, I would probably lean towards, like, Super Saiyan Bardock as the most likely. I think, like, base form Bardock probably should get a Dokkan Festival exclusive, and I think he would sell well enough to do that. The only issue is that I can't think of, like, a summonable LR that they've sort of just replaced, right? Like if we quickly take a look here. Let's take a look at the summonable LRs, right? Like, Super Saiyan Goku, no. Super Saiyan Gohan, no. Kale and Khalifa, obviously not. Super Saiyan 4 Goku, they haven't released another one since. Trunks and Goten, no. Majin Vegeta, no, they've not released, like, a summonable Majin Vegeta since. I mean, I mean, they have, but, like, it's just a banner unit, right? And he got an EZA, he's really good, but he's not a direct replacement. Same for Great Ape Super Baby 2. I'm sure we will see a Super Baby 2 Dokkan Festival exclusive, but I doubt he's going to have Giant Ape in his name, so you could use them next to each other. Base Vegito just came out. Gohan and Goten, we're not going to see them replaced. Goku and Frieza, they're not going to get replaced. Super Saiyan 3 Goku, yeah, exactly. Like, Super Saiyan 3 Goku hasn't had, like, a new one come out, right? Like, what has come out? Just, yeah, I'm trying to think here. Goku cards right here. Just the anniversary Super Saiyan. Oh, that's not what I want. Just the anniversary Super Saiyan 3 Goku is the only one I could think of that's actually released after LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I mean, we'll see, like, EZAs and stuff like that. Yeah, just the anniversary one. And then just the transforming Goku, but he doesn't have the same name. So, like, you go through, and I just don't see them releasing like, the only competing one is, like, this guy, but this guy came out after Dragon Ball Super Broly, right? Again, absolutely asinine that they have the same name, by the way. Rose, Goku Black, and Zamasu, even though the new LR Rose right there, he has Zamasu and all of his attacks and stuff like that. He's just a standalone. Cell, no. Bojack and his henchmen, nope. God Goku, no, they haven't released anything. Goku, Trunks, and Pan, obviously not. These ones, definitely not. Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, they have not done. And I think they will eventually release Gohan from the Bojack movie as probably a non-transforming character. They could release a transforming one as well, because, whereas, like, the AGL LR Gohan would be on, like, the Cell Saga and stuff like that, the one from the Bojack movie would be from Movie Heroes. So just that distinction alone would make them a little bit different, right? Then, obviously, Base Gogeta, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, Trunks and Mai. Like, we just got a new Trunks and Mai card, but it's like Super Saiyan Trunks and Mai, right? So, boom. Beerus and Whis, obviously. Broly, we haven't gotten we haven't gotten a new legendary Super Saiyan Broly since him, huh? No, because we had the Dokkan Festival exclusive before, but not since. Full Power Frieza. Again, they're not going to replace him. I guarantee you we'll get a final form Frieza that transforms into full power Frieza, but, you know, we'll see. And then let's see what down, again, Bardock, that's the point I'm making. This Trunks, let me double check on Trunks, because, I mean, they can't stop releasing Trunks cards, right? Like, literally every celebration, pretty much, we get a damn Trunks card. But I don't think they've really done much with that. Yeah, look at that. See? Every single LR, they just haven't really released stuff. This guy got an EZA. I mean, he's probably the worst of all those EZA area characters, so I don't understand. They made him very not good. I don't understand. Like, he's very mid, even on a full Super Saiyan category team. It's very bizarre. I mean, he was one of the worst units in the game. Now he's definitely not, but he's mid. And I do think this character, by the way, is a Dokkan Festival exclusive worthy that's going to happen in the future, but it probably would be right here, Trunks Teen. And then it's like they just released this guy, but again, he's movie heroes. They could do a transforming one from the Android/Cell saga. Boom, that would be perfect. And then finally, we got Broly, Chila, and Lemo. They just came out. The Android 16, 17, 18, they just came out. And then Perfect Form Cell and Cell Jr. So no LR has been replaced. And the only thing that's even kind of close where it's an issue is Broly. Because Broly has the two Super Saiyan Brolys. But again, it's literally the stupidest thing in the world. Because the two Brolys could not be any further different. Like, they're just completely different characters. So, like, this guy really should have had, like, Dragon Ball Super in his name or something like that. So, let me know what you guys think. Again, I feel like I went on, like, a 10-minute tangent about why it's not going to be base form Bardock and probably Super Saiyan Bardock. But, you know, after all that I went through, they'll release, you know, Dokkan Fest exclusive Bardock, right? This guy's too. I mean, this would be a pretty hype Saiyan Day card. Like, they just drop him. I mean, I just don't think they would do that. Because, like, that would be kind of, like, capitalizing on, like, post 5-year anniversary hype, right? But Global hasn't had the 5-year anniversary yet. So I don't think it would be anything sort of tying into the 5-year anniversary or anything like that, right? So, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about everything. Either way, I am very hyped for Saiyan Day. Joint celebrations for Global and JP are always the most hype. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.